what's happening? Old is turning into new, but they're consolidating. Is it the same address or not?
We'll see what number they pick, but yes, it's the same spot. They're tearing down their current headquarters, which was built in the 50s, 60s, and was meant for a much smaller staff. And so they're going to build that up, build a sleek, new, modern tower that's about twice the size. So this will be about getting all their people into one spot. Right now they have that building, they have the old Bear Stearns buildings, they lease a couple others around Park and Madison. So this is going to be a major project. You know, they're going to tear down the building starting next year, and it's going to be 5 years of construction. So if you work for JPMorgan, you'll be spread out into other offices for the next few years, but then you'll have a new tower to come back to.
Yeah, I think they have another building in Madison. And so when it finishes, what will it look like? You say that it will be bigger. How many more people can fit in there? So are the other offices going to close then and move people to this headquarters?
They are going to do some consolidation from the many other buildings they have. But I think, you know, it's going to be twice the size in terms of square feet. But right now, the building that they currently have, they said was originally designed for 3,500 people. They have more than that in there now, but they're going to build one that can hold 15,000. So this is going to be a major increase in capacity for the building. It's going to be more efficient, and it's going to be much taller.
Right. I mean, would this have happened anyway, or does it also mean that JPMorgan is very bullish on New York as the financial center of the universe and so on?
Yeah, I mean, it's in some ways it's Diamond kind of leaving a present for his successor. It's going to be done around the time that he plans to step down 5 years from now. And, you know, Diamond is a native New Yorker, so this certainly commits them to New York in a big way. You know, but they were always somewhat committed to that. They have a large workforce here. So it does really base them here in a big way, but they've had a long history here anyway.
Also coming at a time when they have this rezoning of East Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah, and that's a big piece of this. What it allows is, you know, you have to have air rights to build higher. And this new plan allows a company like JPMorgan to buy air rights from landmark buildings that aren't going to use it because they're not, you don't want to tear down a landmark building. So JPMorgan's able to buy those rights from others, use it to build higher in their building, and that's allowed them to go, you know, from what's a 50-story building right now to something more 70, 75 stories.
So who'll be next? Because, you know, part of this is all about perception and about you know, the attitude that you put out. And if JPMorgan is going to put out an amazing new attitude in 2 or 3 years' time, other banks will have to follow suit, right?
Yeah, I mean, JPMorgan's in a good position to do it. They're the most profitable bank. So they certainly have some room to do that. Goldman moved a few years ago. They have a brand new headquarters, so I wouldn't imagine them moving anytime soon. There's always been rumblings about Morgan Stanley because they are in Times Square and they have a couple different buildings, but we haven't heard any definitive plans from them at this point. You know, there's a number of banks out there that have big presences here. Citigroup is spread out over a few buildings, so you could see some more consolidation, but certainly JPMorgan was the obvious one to do this.